Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the Iron Diaper, which is your regular Gundam news show, and today it's not even Gundam, but something that looks very much like it. So you may have seen already that Sunrise, or should I say Sunrise Beyond, have announced a brand new mech anime called Kyoukai Senki. Now this to me is looking a little bit like iron-blooded Orphans crossed with Code Geass, with a sprinkling of Full Metal Panic on top. As to why I'm saying all three of those, I'll get to that a little bit later on. But if it's a new Sunrise anime, that of course means model kits, and we're going to be talking about that too. And speaking of model kits, of course this channel is sponsored by Hobby Link Japan, so if you're looking for some Mecha model kits right now or when these guys get announced, consider supporting the channel through that affiliate link down there in the description. Now let's talk about this. So about 12 hours ago from when I'm recording this video, Bandai dropped this on Twitter, which is the new robot project. Of course, once again, it is Kyoukai Senki. Kyoukai Senki basically translates into border or borderline warriors. So to try and keep this short and sweet, first off we've got two links on the Twitter, and the first is about the anime, the second is about the model kit. So let's talk about the anime. So it's been a long time since Sunrise made a non-Gundam mecha-based anime, so that is definitely exciting. This, like I said already, has some sprinkling of Code Geass, some sprinkling of iron-blooded Orphans, and a little bit of Full Metal Panic. So the way I come to all of those conclusions is, one, look at that picture. That is some iron-blooded Orphans without a single doubt, and that is because Sunrise Beyond, the anime studio that is working on this, is the exact same studio that would have made the animation segments for the Iron-Blooded Orphans game, Urder Hunt. So that's the one that had Gundam Marchiosius right here. Recognize that color scheme? Let's go back to this robot we're getting in this one. Back to Marchiosius? Or should I say Hajiroboshi? Well, it looks like they're recycling the color scheme a little bit. But when you get right on into what the plot is here, it's a very Code Geass style plot. Japan is an underdog in a big worldwide war, and the world is sectioned off into 4 ruling blocks. And this time around our Lelouch Lamperouge is looking a lot less, well, broody and lollipop stick thin with a massive head. This right here is a young introverted boy named Amo Shiba, and he's got this little AI friend called Guy. So Mr. Shiba right here, him and his little curly friend Kai end up coming across a robot called an Amime. There is no katakana for this yet, so it may be A-M-A-I-M or just Amime, but this is Kenbu. This is the mecha we're seeing the most in all of these. This is the Gundam Hajiroboshi looking dude. And judging from what I'm seeing in these stills and in the little promotional video, these don't look as big as Gundams. This looks more along the size of an armed slave from Full Metal Panic. And getting back to Sunrise Beyond once again, Sunrise Beyond used to be the animation studio Shibek. They would have worked on such classics like Love Hina, Fafner, aka Not Gundam Seed, and more specifically Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory. The other reason I'm thinking these are probably about the 8 to 10 meter height range, just like the arm slaves, is the fact that the model kit, which I will talk about very soon, is 1/72nd scale. And I'm going to assume they're going to keep it the same size as the standard high grade. Bandai tends to use the same sort of height with their model kits. 1/72nd scale is half of 1/44th scale. And just doing a bit of the math, it's probably about 10 meters tall, once again like an arm slave. Moving on. This second character we've got is this guy right here called Gashin Tezuka. So you can tell from the look of him and his broody looking face that this is probably going to be your serious character. He's got a little AI friend as well called K. And from what I'm assuming from the trailer we've seen, this guy also has his own Amime or A-M-A-I-M, the long-range looking mecha, Jogan. And as for the release of this particular anime, it's set for autumn 2021, so that of course is later this year. So we've got a second link here. This is all about the model kit, so let's dive right in. So it's on this website here that we get the vast majority of the juice about this particular anime and the designs and everyone who is behind it. So it seems like this whole project is a collaboration between 3 different entities. First is Sunrise Beyond, like I mentioned already. Those guys were behind the anime Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, the animated segments of the Iron-Blooded Orphans app game, and the other 2 companies are Ken Okuyama Design, which of course was the guy who designed the high-grade G40 Gundam, so his company is taking part in the design of the particular mobile suits and kits. And the last company of all is the one that is the most important to me, and that of course is Bandai Spirits, the guys that make the model kits. And speaking of model kits, let's get right into the nitty-gritty of that. Like I mentioned already, these are high-grade kits, but they're 1/72nd scale. What that means when it actually comes to the physical little kits when we get them, I assume they're going to be normal Gundam size based on the joints. I think we're seeing the standard Gunpla joints in here, especially around the hips and stuff. If we're assuming all the pegs are 3mm, then you'd estimate these to be around the size of a standard high grade, so that's a good thing. But apparently the ambition behind this project was to add some more of the industrial design aspects of the Ken Okuyama Design Company with Bandai's plastic models. And it seems like they were prioritizing range of motion and functional beauty, which to me are 2 absolutely awesome things to focus on. So we've got some odd designs on this kit. It looks like the elbow joints and the wrist joints just seem to be rotating pegs if I'm not mistaken, as in there is no actual joint section or separated joint inside of that they're just the forearm and the bicep sections sliding together. This thing is very geometrical looking in general, and is definitely gonna be a simple yet unique build. It looks so far like everything will be color separated for the most part, yet again hard to tell, but I am super excited. Again, these are 1/72nd scale, which makes me think they are the exact same size, lore-wise, as an armed slave would be, so about 8 to 10 meters, but they went with 1/72nd scale to keep them the same size as Gunpla. If you have ever bought yourself one of the high-grade Full Metal Panic kits, you'll realize they're a little bit taller than Gunpla is. That's probably the reason they went with 1/72nd scale, honestly. It's also more of a general model kit scale compared to most of Bandai's products, so that's what a lot of military kits would have been in. A lot of Kotobukiya Zoid kits, same scale, so it'll be interesting to see what we get. These kits are also scheduled to be released in the autumn of 2021, so once again later this year. As of right now, we only have an announcement for the high-grade 1/72nd scale Kenbu. I assume we're going to be seeing the other one as well because it just looks like a bit of a color variation and parts variation of the Kenbu, and honestly I cannot wait to see some of the other designs. If the world is separated into 4 different blocks, I assume we're going to see at least 4 different styles of mecha. Honestly, cannot wait. Are you excited about these releases? Are you excited about the anime? Drop it down there in the comments. Did you notice anything I didn't notice? What are you looking forward to seeing? Do you think it looks like absolute garbage? Let us know down there. As always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more exciting mecha news, and I will see you next time.